Filming?
Yep.
Okay.
What do you do for work in the Chelsea Stadium?
I am a stadium and museum guide, so I take people around the Stamford Bridge Chelsea Stadium and describe to people all about the stadium and Chelsea Football Club. And I also help people and tell them things in the museum, the history of the stadium and more especially Chelsea Football Club. And also we have on the ground floor the reception area to the stadium tours and the museum. We have a small shop and I also greet people there who are arriving to buy tickets for their stadium and museum tours. So that's basically what I do.
But I never went to a Chelsea game. Did you ever went to a Chelsea football match?
I first went to Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, Chelsea, to see a football match in 1955, a long time before you were born. I've been going to Chelsea ever since 1955 and I am a season ticket holder, so I see all of Chelsea's home games at Stamford Bridge. The last game, of course, was against Norwich. The next game is against, the next home game, I think, league game is Manchester United. So I should be going to see that. I sometimes go and see Chelsea playing away. I went to the European Championship final when we played Munich in Munich. We sometimes travel abroad. We've been to Italy and Portugal to see the games. So I see quite a few games.
And who was your favourite Chelsea player?
Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard has equalled the record number of goals scored by any Chelsea player playing in league matches, and he's also become the highest goal scoring midfielder in the world. If you take his goals for Chelsea and for England, he's scored more goals in midfield than any other midfield player ever in football.
And what is your favourite Dutch football team? Mine is Ajax. And yours?
Well, I'd probably have to say Ajax because I think the Ajax team that won 3 European Cups in 19... When did they win the 3 European Cups? In the 1970s? In the 1970s were one of the best teams I've ever seen. And I've always got fond memories of Ajax, so probably Ajax.
Okay, and the last question, what do you think, what is the nicest part of the Chelsea Stadium?
Best
part.
The best part of the Chelsea Stadium? That's a very good question, actually, because it's all very good, but I understand. Well, probably for me, it's the far end, which is known as it's the North Stand, but it's known as the Matthew Harding Stand. It's named after the vice chairman who paid for it to be built, and tragically he was killed in a helicopter crash 2 years after its completion. But it's the noisiest part of the stadium. It's where everybody stands while they watch a game. It's where everybody sings. It's the part of the ground with the most atmosphere. So that's probably my favourite part because it gives you slight tingly feeling when you come here for a game when you hear all the noise. So so that's quite what's the word I'm looking for? Interesting, quite exciting.
I want to thank you.
What's your favourite Dutch football player?
My favourite Dutch football player? That is another very good question. Now, my favourite Dutch footballer now?
Yes, or history, doesn't matter.
I think my favourite Dutch footballer now, is probably Van Persie now. But my favourite Dutch footballer of all time, you've had so many great players. My favourite Dutch player of all time, probably, for me personally, Neeskens. I thought Johan Neeskens was a great player. I thought he was a wonderful player. I thought him and Johan Cruyff and the rest of that wonderful Dutch team were exceptional. But Neeskens would be my personal choice.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very
And
much.
I'd like to say thank you very much for all you young men from Holland for coming on the tour. You were a pleasure to take around. Well done.